Hi! Have you ever wondered why there are no dogs in Antarctica? How snails survive winter? Or why shirt logos are always on the left? Yeah, me neither. But trust me, there's actually a reason for these and many other things in your daily life. How about shirt logos? They're usually placed on the left side of the shirt. One of the reasons is historical. Most military uniforms were designed this way. People also use their right hands to give a handshake, meaning the logo will always be visible on the left side. If there was a vertical road from the Earth to the sky and you drove at 60 miles per hour, it would take you around 1 hour to get into space. I'll betcha they'd make that a toll road. In 2006, someone tried to sell New Zealand at an online auction. The starting bid was less than 1 cent. After a few more hits, it reached 3,000. The site eventually saw the listing and removed it. The font Comic Sans is the world's most disliked one. It was created in the mid-90s by Vincent Conner, and the designer himself only used it once. Sunglasses first appeared in the 12th century in China. They not only block the sun, but also help judges to hide their emotions while questioning people. Cotton candy was invented by a dentist in 1897. People found out about this sweet a few years later at the St. Louis World's Fair, where it was introduced as fairy floss. Really? Several decades later, another dentist gave the candy its current name. But the recipe of the sugar confection goes back to the 15th century Italy. When asked what his IQ was, Stephen Hawking replied, "People who boast about their IQs are losers." Apples you buy at the supermarket were lightly picked between August and November. After that, they were covered in wax, hot air dried, and stored in cold places. It takes the fruit 6 to 12 months to make it to fresh produce shelves. Toilet paper became popular in the US at the beginning of the 1900s. Before that, people used all sorts of things, such as hemp, lace, wool, leaves, and the most widely used, corn cobs. The blue whale is the largest known animal to have ever lived. It weighs as much as 30 T-Rex dinos or 40 elephants, and its mouth is big enough to fit 100 people. The Statue of Liberty arrived in the United States in June 1885. At first, the statue was supposed to be a lighthouse, but the torch had very faint gleam and was never really good at this job. Speaking of landmarks, the Eiffel Tower was originally intended for Barcelona, but the city rejected the designer's plans. Luckily, the tower found its home in Paris, where it served as the main entrance to the 1889 International Exposition. A man from Britain changed his name to Tim Price with 10 P's to make it hard for telemarketers to pronounce. Indeed. Scientists have discovered that cheetahs are attracted to Calvin Klein's Obsession cologne. Now, they use the smell to lure the big cats into filming traps. The Canary Islands were named after dogs, not birds. The Spanish name Islas Canarias means the island of dogs. The coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth was minus 144 degrees Fahrenheit. It was captured by satellite thermal infrared mapping in Antarctica. If you were to breathe in such cold air, your lungs would literally freeze. Well, that would be unpleasant. Sweden has a total of 221,831 islands. Approximately 1,000 of them are inhabited. Kinda almost sounds like Sweden used to have a moon that fell apart or something. In 2019, the human population grew up to 7.7 billion people. There's a website where you can watch the increase in real time. Or not. There are more than 190 countries in the world, and 41 of them recognize sign language as an official language. It takes a photon 4,000 years to travel from the sun's core to its surface. Yet it only takes 8 minutes for it to cover the distance from the sun to Earth. Sounds like the sun is rather sticky, huh? When snails hibernate, they attach themselves to some surface and cover up with slime. And hedgehogs build nests under fallen trees, using all kinds of materials. When sunlight reaches the moon's surface, the temperature there can reach 260 degrees Fahrenheit. But when the sun goes down, the temperature can drop to minus 280 degrees Fahrenheit. Snakes can sense an earthquake 5 days before it happens and start burrowing into their nests. An animal's yawn depends on the size of its brain. The longer the yawn, the bigger the brain. I feel so smart all of a sudden. Animals that lay eggs don't have belly buttons. And the only two mammals that lay eggs are the platypus and echidna. What gives your food its taste is your saliva. Without it, you wouldn't be able to feel how delicious French fries are. Scientists also believe that by adjusting your diet, you can change the way you experience food. There are many chocolate drink variations, but the original recipe goes back to the Maya. They had their hot chocolate cold and added chili peppers instead of sugar. I'll take their word for it that that was good. The first telephone book appeared in 1878. It only had 50 phone numbers, including businesses, offices, and individuals. The clover usually only has 3 leaves. Count yourself lucky if you get 4. But the most leaves ever found on a single clove were 56, practically a bouquet. It's scientifically proven that humans can't walk in a straight line without a visual point. If you're blindfolded and try to walk straight, you'll eventually end up making circles. Camels have 3 eyelids and 2 rows of eyelashes to protect their eyes from sand. During a sandstorm, they can also shut their nostrils completely, like this. A guy named Felix Zemdegs holds the world record for solving the Rubik's Cube in just 4.22 seconds. By the way, it took the creator of the 3D puzzle a month to solve it. Today, quarters contain almost 92% copper, and the rest is nickel. But before 1965, quarters were made of silver. The outside edge of a quarter has 119 ridges. Go ahead, count them. It's impossible to sneeze while sleeping. Your brain turns off this reflex. Dogs haven't been allowed to set paw in Antarctica since 1994. They are a non-native species and can compromise the health of seals. Cans were invented in 1810, but the can opener saw the light of day almost 50 years later. Okay, I give up. How the heck did they open the cans until then? Leave your guess down in the comments. If we decided to compress the Earth's timeline into 1 year, humans would appear on December 31st at 11:59 and 23 seconds. Yep, late to the party, but glad we made it. Cold showers are more beneficial to your health than hot showers. They are even known to speed up metabolism. In 1826, Scotland wanted to replicate the Greek Parthenon, but make the whole construction bigger. The project was never completed. Alaska is the only U.S. state that can be typed using only 1 row from the QWERTY keyboard. Oh, and the word QWERTY itself is the first 6 letters in the keyboard's top row starting from the left. In 18th century England, pineapples were a symbol of wealth. It cost a fortune to import them into the country. That was almost the reason why the fruit was used as decorations and almost never eaten. If you multiply 1089 times 9, you'll get the reverse number, 9801, if you even care. Contrary to its name, only 45% of the London Underground is actually underground. Mind the gap. And cucumbers are the best cure for bad breath. Pressing a slice against the roof of your mouth also helps to get rid of all the smelly bacteria. Hey, what smelly bacteria? Nobody said anything to me about it. Can you smell my breath? Oh boy.